I'm offended.
No, you aren't.
Deborah, you're gonna come back. She wants to bite me.
No, Deborah told me just to smile a lot. She said it would be okay.
She said it'd be okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Weekly Dose. As you can see, I've got someone new with me this week because Deborah's not back yet. And she's probably sitting in Ottawa right now laughing her head off because she's going, better you than me. Anyways, this is one of our wonderful teachers, Anneve. And if you haven't met her yet, you're missing out. We're going to talk some of her classes and some of the fun stuff that she's done. So she's my partner today. So let's get all the essentials out of the way.
The list out of the way.
The list out of the way so we can get some of the fun stuff. Okay, well, actually, one of the first things is fun stuff. Okay, so yesterday, if you guys haven't heard, Pfaff has now released their top of the line sewing embroidery machine, and we had an opportunity yesterday to have it. Store staff on Monday got training on it. It's like, and then yesterday we did a sneak peek in store where you got
Is it in your car now? That's all I know.
No, it's not in my car. I tried, but Tom caught me. And then, he caught me, and then I get all my friends that, maybe you should have tried this. Maybe you should have tried this. Give them chocolate. I'm like, where were you guys when I was trying to do this? Now he knows. He's put a tracker on the machine. I'm not sure why.
Because he knows you.
Anyways, so we had the opportunity to have like a sneak peek in store. So if you missed that, you really missed a great opportunity. Because we had Claire.
However, the staff now can demo it.
We can. So upside is, it was great. We had Claire here and she got to show lots of fancy stuff or whatever, but we had a crowd of people. So now we do have the machine sitting on the table in the store, in the Surrey store. It's only in the Surrey store. So if you would like to come and see the Icon 3 and get a private demo on what it can do, just come on in and check it out. It is, I'm in love. I really am. I know sometimes we do things and it's joking around.
Christmas is coming, I hear.
Christmas is coming. Right now, we all need to probably win the lottery. Because we also had Memento training this morning, and I'm like, whoo. And so.
What's Memento?
That is their crafter, their cutter. It is amazing. I'll kind of touch bite, but. Okay, we buried it, but it is back there. We'll kind of go into that in just a second here, but between the new embroidery machine and the Memento and all that stuff, it's not just getting those. Now I need a bigger house, so I have room for that and the stuff and all the things I'm going to create. So I need to win the lottery. So start praying now. Come check out the Icon 3. It is really amazing. We do have our Pfaff grand opening, which kind of leads to this next one. This is in September. You definitely want to mark the dates for this. In Surrey on September 10th, we are going to have, again, Claire's coming and doing some education with us. She's going to do a presentation on Creative 8, which is the creative software. Now, when it first kind of came out, it was called My Sonnet, and it was really geared towards machine embroidery. The vision that they have now with Creative 8, it is all encompassing with embroidery, quilting, and all the other crafting that you can think of. Paper crafting.
And levels too.
The levels in the software depends on how
much you want to spend.
How much you want to get out there with the creativity. But they've got so much stuff in the free level on right across the board. So she's going to come, she's going to show Creative 8.
Can it be used on just Pfaff, or can it be used on
any machine? It does not matter what machine, because it does quilting, it does embroidery. There's so many projects that are available in that Creative. It's just mind-blowing. And when Carrie was down in Nashville, she actually got to talk to the creators the programmers with Creative 8, and she goes, well, can it do this? And then they're going, oh, let me see. And so she kind of gave them a suggestion, and then later on in the day they tracked her down and going, what else can you think of?
But the key thing is all about that grand opening stuff. It's not just for Pfaff. It's about
everybody.
If
It
you,
is
if
everybody.
you happen to have a Janome or whatever
Yeah.
sewing machine or embroidery machine, come.
Yes,
There'll be tricks you will learn.
Yes. So the first day is Creative 8 in the morning, and then we have like a little bit of a make and take, and then they're going to show the memento. Now, if you are familiar with like the silhouette cutter or the, what's the other one to add the silhouette?
Critica?
The Cricut.
Yeah.
Or else even if you had the artistic edge cutter. Okay. This memento that Singer has, especially working with the Creative 8 software, it's just really taken it to the next level. Like, we had training for 3 hours this morning, and I was like, ah! And so now I'm trying to sneak that one out the door too.
You know, if you took it to somebody else's house, they wouldn't be able to look for it.
I know, but then I'd have to move in with that person. But so there's that's in Surrey, and then on September 11th, out in Country Folk, Claire's going out there, and then we're going to have a whole bunch of classes. I'll give you kind of the little highlights, but go on the website and get registered. There is limited space on these classes.
20 was the number I seen.
Something like that,
Yeah.
but they're filling up. So morning, they're going to be talking sewing and quilting, and in the afternoon, they're going to be talking like embroidery stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that is September 11th in Country Folk, and then Claire's back in Surrey on the 12th, which is the Saturday, again, redoing those classes for sewing and quilting in the morning and embroidery in the afternoon. So much information. Do you have to have a Pfaff for them? I'm sure you're going to pick up some tips across the board, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Chances are there will be some of Carrie's baking, maybe, and other baking. So if nothing else, just come for the cookies. But it's going to be lots of fun. So definitely those classes are in there. Get in there and get registered. If they're full, do put your name on the wait list. So if somebody, unfortunately, something comes up, like death, that they can't come, because it's pretty much the only thing you wanna, then we can let you know for space. Christmas fabric, if we haven't said it enough, there is a lot of Christmas fabric. New fabric comes in. Gorgeous stuff. So come check it out. And we've got some new patterns. So we're going to show some of these. These are really cute, but I've heard that they're paper piecing.
I'm going to get her to a class, yeah. Deborah? So these are not paper piece. These ones are just patterns that have come out that people have been either requesting, or they look kind of cute, especially like the frogs. Jen actually did the robot one.
Yeah, she did this one. So
that one's actually hung in the store, I believe.
If it's not now, it was.
Yeah.
But we probably have access to it.
Paper pieced. If you want to, never done it before, if you are intimidated by it, I do an initial block that everyone can do. There's not been a person that hasn't been able to do it, so we walk you right through the process, and then we'll take you down to make these real cute blocks. They're animals. And not only do you show you how to make the blocks, but you can make a pillow, you can make a quilt. We will show you more
They
than
are
just...
cute. They are cute. It's just I've had trauma, so I have PTSD with paper piecing. I might believe you, but
don't cheap out on the fabric is what I'm going to tell you, because that's
Was
when people that have the problem. But we will get you through it.
Okay, I'll try.
Anyway, there is a course out there. Feel free to sign up. I'll be teaching it, and we can have a lot of fun, even if you just come out and just have fun for the day.
Anneve is a really good teacher. I'll give her that. And so I just have to give over my PTSD of paper piecing. I think that's what it is. It was bad. It really was. I was not just saying the word anti-karma words. I was using anti-karma words, which is bad. They're really bad sometimes. Classes. We've got Stitch and Chatter, which is Stitch and Chatter. That's Timber Bell. That's back this month on August 24th. Morning in person, evening via Zoom. Couple of Anneve's classes. We've got the beginner backpack on August 21st and the sewing machine cover on the 28th.
One thing to throw about the backpack is perfect for kids going back to school. They are really quick.
Yeah.
And also they are quick gifts if you are thinking about Christmas.
Yeah.
And go ask Tom how many days till Christmas and it will freak you out. The machine cover gives you how to do any size machine cover, not just your regular sewing machine. If you have a long arm, if you have a serger, if you have an embroidery machine, we can make covers for all of that.
See, we were talking about it last week. I'm like, going, why would you need a machine cover? Because,
well,
I know why. It's just mine never stops long enough for it to get dusty.
Well, actually, I take it even when I go to classes. This is a machine cover. In fact, we're going to be talking about panels there. This is actually a panel we've turned into one, and it has holders for all your tools. So if you want to learn about that, this one is at the end of the month.
There you go. The OESD tile scene. So this is embroidery. So if you've ever seen those OESD, like those,
there's a snowman one we did.
There's a ton of them. Right?
Sceneries.
Right now they're doing, like, if you're familiar with what's his name, Greg Olson. Is it? No, it's not Greg Olson. Who is it?
It will come to you after the recording.
It will. He does all those. Now I'm total blank.
Norman Rockwell is one of the things, but we don't have
he's not. And I can't remember the name, but he's a big name in doing scenery ones, and I can't remember his name, but they've got those, and it's amazing. So if you want to do those, it doesn't matter which one you pick. You can pick any one because we're talking technique, not necessarily the specific ones. We have serger classes coming in both Surrey and Chilliwack. Check out the calendar for when those ones. We have Teach the World to Sew Day, which is going to be very limited. So this is where if you've got those people who, like, when you mention sewing, they roll their eyes. Bring them in, and we're going to teach them to sew and get them addicted.
They don't need to have anything. They just come.
You just come. We will have the supplies.
Everything set up. They can just sew.
Yeah. And then we have machine embroidery meets quilting. A little bit later, I'll have a couple of samples of that, of what I'm working on with that. So lots of fun classes. The calendar for the rest of the year is getting really, really full. Mm-hmm. So definitely check out our website and see what's there, because it's lots of fun. We've got
Stocking Day is going to be here before we know it.
Stocking Day. So yeah, actually right now.
Customer Appreciation Day is coming up.
Yes, we have all of those things. But just a heads up, we will be collecting stockings again for the Christmas Bureau.
Yep.
So, and we'll probably have, you bring them in, you get, things so that you can win the draw and everything else like that. So right now is the time to start thinking and working on those stockings.
Yep. And we will have a session in November. Rita and I will have a session. So you guys, if you've never done it before, come for the day. We'll show you how to do
stockings.
And we can build as many as you like.
Yeah. So that's kind of that in a nutshell. I know I spoke real fast here. I'm just going to get rid of this out of the way because I'm so excited because we're talking panels. Okay. I love panel. Okay, I'm addicted to panels right now. I know we recently had like the panel sale, and in that, I think I bought like 12.
I have a bag full over here.
Yeah, and that's not in
but
counting.
But it's on my side.
Yeah, but that's not in counting the ones that I already had at home, and so, or then I started using. So I've got some samples, and so we're going to show you some different ways of using panels. Because sometimes you think, well, just in the center of a quilt or whatever, and not think too much. But there are so many different ways that you can do it and have a lot of fun with it. So, you were showing like.
The sewing, and this is the sewing cover. I just showed it. Like literally, it is a panel. I was actually one thing just to throw this one out there again. This actually had more to do with me playing with my brand new long arm than it had to be making a sewing cover.
Yeah.
So sometimes I go into looking at panels, and I'm like, I just want to practice something like my free motion quilting and. Just to give you an idea, people are into a quick quilt. Literally, this one here is literally a panel with some quick borders, and I played with some rulers. So this is one of the panels that Tom has, and I literally just played with rulers and had some fun on my new long arm. So that worked out really well.
I like the panels because,
They're a quick win.
They're quick. You can end up with a really beautiful quilt without having to do a lot of extra work. You can, and I'll show you a couple of those, but you can turn them into so many different things.
Another example of using the panel the way it is, quickly, I think you have one over there.
Yeah, I do.
I needed a window covering. So I literally took some, orphan block, the blocks you're never gonna use.
Mm-hmm.
And I added them to the edge.
I was gonna say, I recognize that flower, that.
Yeah. And
It's in here!
and literally just added it and made, this is actually for my window that sits in my room, and I had some fun with it. And then I had air conditioning that gets plopped in. So I actually took one of these panels and made a smaller one, almost like the size of your placemats, as a short side so it fits. There's no normal curtain, it's just a little bit different of a look.
Yeah. See, what I've done with some of them is, like this one here, like when I was talking about B meets machine embroidery quilting. So I've got like the panel here, I've got some things, and then I'm creating like different embroidery blocks to kind of access this. And so we've got that.
That's when you start going wild and using the embroidery machine, your sewing machine, and your long arm all together at the same time.
I've got another one. I'm just going to sneak this one up here. It's going to be something similar to that. And yeah, I've used the embroidery machine to background quilt this. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of embroidered blocks around here with sewing. I've got some of those that are happening.
And we don't just stop there, by the way. You can also make bags. So I want to do a different couple of looks for bags. So the top here is actually a panel I've just cut up and decided to use. This is the hummingbird panel that we've had a few times. And just, so instead of cutting out each square and sewing them all together and wasting about 4 hours, I just use a panel. I quilted it and I made a bag like every other time I have.
Yeah, because there's some of those panels that just are big, beautiful, like floral or whatever, and you're like, ugh.
Well,
But
people also say, do I need 2 panels to do it? The answer is no. I cut the panel literally in half, took what I thought looked the best, and so one side has a different look than the other side, and gotten a lot of compliments out of that too. So that's just another, is there any rule to using a panel? There's no quilt police, or in this case, no panel police.
Well, and sometimes you get panels where they're pieces. And so there was one that we had in the store a little bit. There was like the Grinch. And so they cut out the little square pieces and then turned them into
Placemats.
Placemats, there we go.
Or mug rugs.
Mug rugs. But this was another one that there was just some little pieces. This one is one that I'm working on. So this one here, there were 2 panels with it. There was the bigger panel that had this one here, and then the smaller square ones. And so I cut it apart, and then I put some sashing in there, and then the border on it. I'm still working on. I'm working on quilting that one in with my embroidery machine. And so a little panel that was like this big is now turned into that big of a quilt.
And the other thing that I always, I don't know, you go on these little holidays and you have time in a quilt shop. You look for books, and I don't look at the books for the panel that's there. I look for the blocks that go with them.
Yes.
And then you get more ideas. And so I pick up the odd panel book, and I'll like, oh, I like that kind of style. And then I'll work with a panel to make it fit what I want to do, or I don't know whether it's a quilt. Maybe a lot of baby quilts come up usually. They're quick wins, but this is where people say, well, where do you get all the ideas? Start flipping through some of these books, and you don't need a whole bunch. I just have 2 here, but you can see very quickly, they even suggest different things that you can utilize, and I always get sort of sucked into the colors that they have. And some of these blocks, they look really complicated, and when you break them down, they're super easy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Almost like paper piecing, but don't tell Lori. So there you go.
So are these newer books or older books? I'm sure we can probably get a hold of some of them.
These are actually new books, so we can definitely get a hold of most of these books. And we do have lots more books here. Sometimes when I look at any of our quilt books, I am not looking for, like, this is dedicated to panels type thing. This one actually is a 3-yard one. So you're looking, they literally give you, you have a panel and you have 3 yards of 3 colors.
Yeah.
So 1 yard of each, and you've made a panel with all the blocks included, that's pretty inexpensive when you think about it. When I look at the other books, when they have blocks in it, or even those little, we have those stacks of different blocks you can make that you can play with. I'll look at them I have a panel, I'm looking for something to add to it to make the panel sort of speak to me in the way I want it to. I'll be looking for those blocks. So sometimes you're looking for blocks to add to it. Or for sachet.
Kind of like that one. Yeah, definitely.
So I say look at any book and you can sometimes get ideas. Robert Kaufman is really good with coming out with some layouts. Along with Baby Lock, all of them have online sites. It's all free. They actually tell you what the border should look like, and you just have to come up with the panel and the color combinations. Yeah. Remember, one thing to remember about all the panels is on the edge, they have all the colors. Most of them have all the colors in there. So if you're looking for which colors to add, just grab one of those colors, cheat.
Yeah, and there you go, and it helps match. I mean, most fabrics that have a lot of different colors along the border, it has some of those colors to match.
Especially some people I know some people talk to me about, they have problems with grabbing a color out of the panel. Look for the edge and see if they actually have those colors for you, and that's your 90%. Yeah, your cheat sheet. Go for it.
Yeah. So, yeah, panels. Amazing. Love them.
And if you're stuck, give some of us a call. We'd love to talk to you about panel.
We'll come and hang out with you and give you some ideas.
We have lots of good examples in the
We do. We have lots of panels up on the wall. We've got a bunch of them. My grandson is into dragons, so we bought the dragon one. And so we're going to be doing a panel with him with some dragons. There's some with the Northern Lights. We're going to be doing some a quilt with that one for my daughter and son. And
the other thing panels are good for is scrap busting. You got a whole bunch of scraps, you're wondering what to do, and you got a panel. You can sometimes put some blocks together to add to that panel to make it all come together. So that's another way of getting rid of some extra fabric that you just don't know what to do with.
There you go. So panels, must have them.
Oh yes.
All right, thank you, Anneve, for joining me today and being my co-host. I think we have one more weekly dose without Deborah, and then she's back. Yay! Not that we have a problem with anybody else. I love my Deborah.
Oh, she's building up for a good one when she comes back.
I imagine she's rebuilding her stamina, and she's probably thinking ideas how to get me back.
Or she's hiding something. You never know.
Probably. All right, so have a great day. Get out and enjoy some summer, and check out the calendar and get registered in some classes, because we really do have some really cool ones coming up.
September's looking pretty busy.
It is. All right, have a great day. Bye.